This sonnet, England in 1819 by P.B. Shelley, provides a kind of journalistic report on the state of England in 1819. King George III was old, mad, blind, despised, and dying, with his son ruling England because King George III was unable to do so. The people are starved and stabbed, while the army and the laws simultaneously exert power and hurt the people. The Christian leaders are Christless, yet maybe some new calm light will arise from the best of England, its poets' optimism. The sonnet England in 1819 directly attacks the king and his successor, his son. The current king has gone mad in old age and is hated by the people of England. The only thing to replace him with when he dies is a continuing monarchy under the king's son, who is not expected to improve the matters of England. Shelley accuses the monarchy of having no true human emotion, relying on the labor of the country's poor to provide for the ruling class, at least until the common people are killed for no reason by their own army, which they live to provide for and serve. The Speaker thus has no faith left in the leading institutions in England. He condemns the army, the law, the religion, and the Senate. The Speaker goes into detail over the troubles in England, the madness and blindness of the king, the muddied genetic line that includes the prince, the ignorance of the nation's rulers, and the tired and hungry masses. Shelley also alludes again to the Peterloo massacre, calling the people stabbed in an untilled field. The ruling classes are figured as blood-sucking leeches, who are mainly parasites on the people. The army is needed, yet it has turned against the people. Similarly, the laws are two-edged sword, and even the religion of the rulers is Christless and a tool of oppression and exploitation instead of its opposite. Still, in last two lines, the poet ends the poem optimistically. He says that despite all of these corrupt establishments throughout the land, there is a chance the people will rise up and a revolution of illumination will calm the anarchic tempests of the ruling class. The glorious phantom will revitalize the best of old traditions and institutions of England on a new basis of rationality and appreciation for nature. Thank you.